Демоны ярости живут в зеркалах, они здесь как дома. Даже самая прозрачная воде можно утонуть, если она глубока. Крылья, рептильный мозг, нет ничего, лишь тупая работная тьма, в нем предпочитано создание, но не тяжелее, чем на зернышко света. Не нужно больше ничего делать. Никогда. Нечто фаршированное, нечестное право из ничего. Я хочу пойти, я люблю более жгучую. Поехали.
Nothing town to fuck all borough.
Для этого конца до тишины, пожалуйста. И особо здорово видеть. Вот. Они похуяли.
Not you. Your days of giving a shit and being that type of animal were over.
Все, замолкает твой поэтому. Нет, что мне нужно.
The song of death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the... Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth. I know that.
Чудовищная головная боль.
A fiery streak penetrates your skull.
Somehow you know what it is. A caprice
Вот такая ли так убить нема. Нормальная поза такая. Вверху жопой, бля. Нормально вчера нажрался, блядь. Стекло выбито. Красного командора. Совершенно пустая. Ну, конечно, вылокал вчера все. И чё? Кассета.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single...
Яичко. Воняет неописуемо. Что это?
A mirror hangs above a bent
Зеркало,
and
какое
broken sink.
траканное зеркало.
In a fierce discharge
И
of
раз на
masculine
мускулизм,
energy,
кто-то оторвал
someone
из
is hot
вентиля.
water sprays from the base.
Достаточно
Steam covers the mirror.
Ты
You cannot see
приближаешь
yourself,
вода зеркало твоего тела,
just
ты
the
не видишь себя,
outline.
только
Suddenly,
силуэт.
you realize you have no
Ты
memory of
понимаешь,
the
что не
face
помнишь,
that
какое
awaits you
лицо
there.
должно встретить тебя под покровом пара.
Vapor. As you slowly reach abort,
Охереваешь,
clearly
да?
not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it. Behold,
А, красавчик.
you have no idea who this thing is, do you?
Захреновен.
It appears you're also dead. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Or wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why? Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
Эмоций.
You should check yourself for a pulse, because from here it looks like a cadaverous spasm.
Крупный спазм.
Good call. Go ahead and try something if you like. Or, you know, stop staring into the mirror. Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. It's too late. Like an image on film.
Чего?
The expression belongs to your...
Да вижу, сколько ты ронять-то будешь. Нифига я оделся, да? А, носки, что, галстук.
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
Ага.
You swoop up and catch the tie.
Ну, прям сейчас
Snap
буду
what you have in your hand.
галстук
It's a
стырить.
truly hideous necktie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the lights are off. A terrible mistake. The lights, the blades come squeaking to a halt.
Тапки висят.
Тут обостал. Не надо выходить.
Hello, officer.
The young
Тебе не
woman
хвала.
raises a cigarette. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
No. Because you're a police officer, sir. I am, yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well-rehearsed lies all this time. You've been here for 3 days on official police business. I couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking. Don't be so harsh on yourself. You let almost anyone be a police officer. Could it be because of the drinking?
She hasn't had time to put her makeup on. This is her morning cigarette. She looks tired, her beauty waning faster than it ought to at her age. The words have already left your mouth.
What was that? That's not even how words are used. What did you say? Come on. No. You see, that's not what you said. You said... Come on, man. Pretty, please. One more time. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
Камера работает. Камера работает.
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you said the words
Что?
a million times before.
Что делает? Может, они включат?
She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Yes. It's 51. The current century? Centuries don't have numbers. They have names. Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir. You're right. There is nothing fun
Привет,
about
Сань.
civilization.
Здорово.
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music. I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here. Yeah? Glad to have been of assistance.
The door is closed. This door there is no answer. You hear the shower being turned. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you. The door does not care. Still no answer.
Да, ну это ужас, конечно.
You should totally sing karaoke here.
М.
The first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast oceanic soul. Of course,
Мгм.
at this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed through a PA system by other people. Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, sounds likely. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. See if it works. You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious. No, don't sing the happy song. You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed.
Наверху уничтожено.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird, a competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield. This is the great skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola. The small steel tag says as much. The great skua.
Амур.
Stegosaurus.
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating.
No, I'm not the bar.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like...
Здоровье. В союз, блин.
Hello,
Зайка.
sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
Картинки, конечно, рисуются. Привет, привет. Переименовалась. Молодец.
A bespectacled man in an orange. As you approach, he narrows his up on the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles.
Диско Elysium. Написано, там же есть название. Диско Elysium. Что-то прям хвалили эту игру. Полная вышла, я решил поиграть.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi,
Ким Цураги.
Lieutenant, Prison 57.
You realize he is waiting for your name. Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau. No, you won't. Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Yes, well,
Not for a moment does he believe that's your real name. He casts it aside as an intra-departmental joke.
it looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday.
РПГшка такая.
Saturday too, actually. Have you
А,
got
ты
time
ВКонтакте.
to manage
Господи, я не увидел. Подожди, как нету? Как это нету? Должно быть. Я посмотрю. Посмотрю. Ну, под описанием там идет. Сейчас я вот так Диск Elysium, если на видос нажать, что он в одну строчку пишет. Ну, ладно, не суть, ладно, понял.
What
Говорят,
we mean
классная игра.
is,
Хочу
he
поиграть.
has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here, it also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial
А у
interview?
меня, видишь, через мультистрим идет, поэтому... Ну, понятно. Я как бы в контакт так, знаешь, добавил. Для галочки, не заморачивайся.
Good. But even if you haven't, we'll have time for that. Have you removed the dead body from the tree? Mm-hmm.
Я понял. Спасибо.
Does that mean the body is no longer in the tree? Sure. But did you take it down from the tree? So, the body...
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious
where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner. We all feel that way sometimes. There is no such thing as a police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. Someone has to figure out who put it there.
Короче,
soon
тело на
after,
дереве.
dead bodies would be dangling from all.
But first, we have to take it down. Talk to the manager. Then we go out back and take the body down. After you.
If you're about to embark on an investigation,
You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge.
Короче, он очень сильно хочет снять дерево от чувака.
Андрюх, возьми мегафон, звонит, а вдруг что-то предлагает, я не понимаю, что это.
Алло.
Ну, второй раз звонит.
the man.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
Задолбали эти боты. Может, бот. Ему говоришь, но ты все равно другое. Задолбали. Я им говорю нет, а она...
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene.
No,
А она все равно, я этого тарахтит
it was
одно и то же.
probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here.
Do you have her
As a matter of fact, I do.
This sounds like something you can use to call this Sylvie later.
You said you just got here.
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only
Jamrock.
sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place.
But you still know your way around, yes?
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here.
I didn't imply that.
He probably means
Логика
this is
средняя,
where you
логика
step in
средняя.
and ask your
Ну, хоть
question.
логика есть хоть какая-то.
Yes, Detective Cousteau. I have.
Yes, yes. He means, do you have questions?
He thinks you're stupid, sire.
Папа, блин. Давай, вырубайся уже.
I don't know who killed
Да
him.
что ради-то,
I'm
я
not the
пойму.
Что ты
police.
включил
That's
видос?
your
Ничего не
job.
включал, то, что ты мне дала, то и было.
What are you, crazy?
Это, я имею в виду, пошли. Нести все.
Сейчас все. Нет, тут что-нибудь. Салда пошел.
Что-то одна будет.
She went away because none of your business.
Have they not been telling you you're a cop?
Okay,
Стой.
you got me.
Жесть, короче.
She went away
Коп, не
because
коп.
of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvia.
Thank you.
Блок, ну, это Мицуруги, Кицураги, это прям, это, как будто он под дозой, короче.
Is it?
Все дело
I
раскрыто.
thought you were supposed to be investigating the
А, сейчас я
Lynchings, not
приду.
my employer conduct.
Так, я здесь, я вернулся. Единственное, без камеры, чтобы не палить контору, как говорится.
Красавицу жену.
Да,
И такая камера включится.
можно не кричать. Орать там. Это все слышно. Я вообще говорю, чтобы не орали. Вы что орете-то? Ну, это как это, который японец появился, да, на китаянах. Ты перетрудился?
Целый день отдыхаешь.
Так, ладно, все.
Больше ходишь.
Линчевание. Это ты кого-то, короче, это, видать, хорошенько так покромсали. Линчевание. Бесит меня это. Я феминист, блядь.
Все.
Good for you.
Да.
Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing.
Let's go.
Выполнено, да?
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real. Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
The IIR, or
Respect.
Interdiszynary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
No, you don't owe me street cred. You owe me money. You owe this establishment 130 real.
Короче, он в долг тут набухался, судя по всему.
Не знаю.
Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then
За
there's the
аренду.
window you annihilated.
Окно
The hole in the
разбил.
window was the first thing I saw when I came. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30
Половину
real.
бара уничтожил.
Actually
Бара.
more, but We'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money. What are you, a philosopher? Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room or
Нихера себе, 9 пачек
bottles
королевского
of
экстра.
potent blend and 9 packs of royal extra. We use it for everything, really. For survival, to pay me. Unless you want to become a hobo. Do you want to become a hobo? There's nowhere else to stay in Martinez, and it's a cold spring out. If you run out of money, you
В
die.
общем, надо много читать
That
очень.
for all of us. Me too. That's why I need you to pay me. I'm not an asshole.
Я не говнюк. Я так не думаю. Блять, это стороны я не прицеплю, да? Там, если только микрофон, блять, попробовать запустить. Неудобно.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something.
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't.
Officer, maybe you are better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away. Officer, you really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them, ask for assistance. We have to get this investigation started now.
Катя.
Good luck.
Красотка оделась, молодец. Все, короче, побазарили.
By the way,
Мне лучше с
where
Ермака
is
завтра начать, да? С 31
the
Б.
address is coming up blank,
Ну,
and
наверное.
this place
Ну да.
sure isn't it.
Откуда двигаться в ту сторону?
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? In time or space? That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
Бомжи, коп хули.
You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe
Херена, чувак, обожрался, аж не помню, где живет. И чё? И чё? А что делать-то?
Здорово.
По пьяным следам назад до дома. Что мне сейчас не нравится?
Ну, слава богу.
По каким, блядь, пьяным следам, где выход? Хорошо, хоть снегом не заполнено, а не чем-то другим. Нахер полицию, действительно. Долой мусоров. Так. Рация, рация.
Война в группе.
Привет, Зузлик.
before you stands a motor. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat. A scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you. A metallic drawer slides out from under.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work.
Монтировка, блин, блядь.
The handles are long and sleek. Snap. You can do good. The pry bar, useful.
Все, заберем.
Its robot lets you pull out toolbox, slides. The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button, the soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio waves cast.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant.
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
This is Officer Alice Demetri.
Under the green prime line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. I wonder what Kim's default radio station is.
Just a second, officer.
Пожалуй, голос дребезжащий, странно знакомый. Юль Пидье! Ха-ха, сука, Пидье.
The man uses relay code. You got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
10-4 message received, 10-5 relay message. What's your status? 10-18, state your message, sir. 10-4, I hear you. I don't have the... Is it him? What does he want? He says...
А что за игра такая увлекательная?
Don't give that asshole
Что за игра такая увлекательная?
Нет, так хвалят игру.
Да? Просто сидишь,
РПГ,
читаешь,
ну,
читаешь.
это РПГ. А там, где можно расслабиться, не стрелять, как угоревший.
Сидеть и спать, да?
Ну, может быть. Так, Зюзли Кинг. Новый зритель. Опять где-нибудь по улице шарохаешь, Зюзлик? Это снова средств. Блин, ты чё, собака? Средств ему не хватает.
He says it's important to the... He isn't getting a red cent. You can tell him that. Request denied, sir. Over. He says he's in... Well, I guess it... Vigmar said...
Собака.
He said...
Давно я такие игры не играл. Ну, прикольно, кстати. Что-то прям нравится начинает. Торопясь, тихо. Можно потом эту поиграть, Wasteland, значит. Давай, пока.
Did you want anything else, sir? Many of your colleagues are also here. Over.
He's trying to keep you from further embarrassing yourself in front of your colleagues.
Так, он пытается удержать от дальнейшего унижения перед коллегами.
Let us address them now, sir. Over. 10-9, over. 10-4, message received. This is very... Any other good news? He's saying he lost... What? Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen.
Всё,
What do
нет.
you think?
Пизда. Дай, пожалуйста.
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the
Да не ладно, иди сюда.
and the lost identity.
Ты носатый отсюда. Мать.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would defend yourself.
Короче, меня зовут Дик Малер.
They're laughing at you.
He's asking you to stop. Of course it's serious. Satellite officer Vigmar
Удостоверение, блядь, посей.
Serious. Over.
Сателлит офицер Вигмар.
He says this has probably happened to other people. Oh god damn it. Are you kidding? The whole
Вот это перевод.
dick for this.
За это все отделение выебут.
Satellite officer Vigmar
Кошмар.
is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes...
Как передатчик, а не можешь напрямую с ним поговорить?
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your... Fuck me! Mac! You've got to hear this! Dick Mullen! What's going on? Super cop here. He lost his badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge. He asks you to please stop saying.
Why? Did he find it?
Sergeant Orson was wondering if you found.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it. 10-9, come again. I didn't get that.
New heights even for cat. Ask him. Ask him if he's lost.
Sergeant Orson wants to.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you? No. It's gone.
10-9, come in, officer. Did
Если
you get
пистолет
my
просрал.
gun? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Lying? Over the phone? It's easy.
He says he didn't.
Thank God for that.
Ну, сейчас вот вы...
That would have been a nightmare. I don't even want to imagine the poor prick who has to relay that kind of news to the captain. Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it, and fast. We can't have some gangbanger running around with it.
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further assistance? Over. Okay, 10.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through. You're going to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question. Then 9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over.
What? What is it? What can he buy?
He seems intoxicated and keeps us.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics. What? What is...
He wants to verify.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revolution. Tell him to stop wasting...
What do you need, sir? Over. That's a negative, sir. I got 10-12 visitors present here. Over. 10-4, well...
Does he actually want something, or is he hell-bent?
He asked if he ever told me about...
For God's sake, cut this shit out! Tell him to...
Sir, Satellite Officer Vicmar says... So, was there anything else? Then 4.
Hold up, Jules. He doesn't fuck...
Seems like it.
No, fuck him. Don't tell him anything. You understand?
Sorry, sir. Anything more I can do for you? Over. 10. Excuse me, sir. Over. No, sir, I haven't. You're not really keen on mentioning your home life, so I've always assumed... Understood, sir. Over. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the...
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start.
Translation. We're not going alternative translation. Don't even think. The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number...
Received. Hold.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you? You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly,
Why not?
Let's just say, you know her. What? No, why would you even think that? Please, don't bring Gar into this.
God, why can't you just mind your own business?
I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again. No, not me. What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the union... No one calls the police. The union would get angry. You know, what the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here. Mm-hmm. I
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
The other people who live around here. You don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is... Please, I just didn't want any trouble. I didn't know I had to report it. I thought someone would take him down eventually.
You can almost hear the girl getting smaller on the other end of the line until she almost drowns in static.
No.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Okay. Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law. You told me back in the whirling. You told everybody. Oh.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is.
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun detective. You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating and... You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you start...
Oh, those again. I have been trying to wean you. You know, when you put your gun, your actual gun, on your temple and pretend to shoot your brains out. I remember this. You were screaming things like, "My brains are all over the wall," painting them red. I won't be seeing it, 'cause these are my brains. I can't see without my brains. Very nice visuals there.
Me neither. No, please, no more suicide threats.
There are way more inventive ways than a gun to leave this world.
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks can't... It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did not ask. Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had... I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
No, she doesn't have a problem with you. It must be someone else she's angry about. You know women and their constant problems. Yak, yak, nag, nag. How's one supposed to get the love? That's where you step in. You're Lieutenant Love, matchmaker extraordinaire. Help the poor girl out, lest she turns into a spinster. Oh yeah, my point exactly. You know how they are.
Зорко, я не вижу, что ты активируешь, и, в принципе, они бесплатно.
You know what you've got to do. First, you've got to calm her down. Think you can do that, Lieutenant Love?
No. What? Oh God. Please, just stay out of my life.
What? What is it?
Call was terminated by the other party. Anything else, officer?
It's on. The love quest is on. Too late, everyone. It's on. Take it to guard now.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers. A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
It's the jam, my man.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils.
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, and all around. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long haul limbo for days.
Полный звездец, нормальный перевод.
Days upon days.
Дальнобойщики, блин.
Yeah, exactly.
It's official. He too agrees. This is the antechamber of the afterlife.
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires.
Масло, нафта, чё?
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need?
Мелочи для рабочего класса полицейский побирается.
It's like whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
Some pretty wild stuff I hear. Like a giant new power
Подъемный
crane
кран.
and half the... I've heard talk there's a company rep in town too. Like a strike negotiator type.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on this.
Maybe you should. Cops don't get paid much and the hours are long.
Забастовку, ну
is a
действительно.
self-managing organization that operates on donations. We promote our own leaders. It would be like striking against your own mother. Okay. But to continue. You were asking about the strike?
Кицураги таким лицом, прям как это, сходящих мертвецов.
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid.
Заторчать,
Not that I blame them. Really.
потрахаться.
Not my thing.
А я, говорит,
Chasing
рукоблок.
transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
Блять, ну я же не это, эмпатия
Yeah,
мало.
those drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his note.
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded
Вот это
in
загнул.
a sea of motor lorries. A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees. Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Наркотики они.
Relax. He's merely joking.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly
Спорттовары.
sporting goods. You know, tracksuits
Костюмчики.
and that kind of. They usually get shipped to Grad and the Occidents. Though we've been making headway in the Ilmaran market lately. This rockin' beauty sure is like a rash you can't get rid of.
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6?
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together. We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy, not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm. Ease into it. Don't.
Это понятно.
This seems like a person.
I'm okay, man. Just the jams got me down. The fumes, the
Maybe the
Звездобол.
direct approach wasn't correct. Damn, it's tricky business looking into someone's eyes and not doing it wrong.
Don't be a stranger.
Сорвалося.
Вы что-то написали.
Тебе написали.
Тебе тоже.
О, так это и Вайбер, блядь. Чё еще зависло? Классно ты сняла телефон.
А он уже был зависший на зарядке. Он так светился, лежал.
Ну чё, блядь, он завис. В себя не приходит. У меня жарко, не могу. Юля, открой, а закупорила все, блядь. Запуск. Слышишь? Где тут труп-то висит?
С остаточным кашлем и соплями. А как они предлагают, вот они в группе срутся сейчас, а как они предлагают, если, допустим, врач выписывает с остаточным...
Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Maybe more than 12. No. 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. 1. Standard work boot. Steel. 2. Standard work boot. 3. Hobnailed. 4. Standard work boot. Number 40. You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. 5. Another standard work boot. 6. An aberration. Light as air. Even pace. Same make of boot, but impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot. 8. And yet another standard work boot. Number 44. There's an
How many? I counted 20.
This man is not easily taught.
I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary? 200? Could it be the combined weight of two people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Possibly, yes.
But why?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows. Even easier to carry on a stretcher, or between two men. Anyway, it's for future consideration. What else can you see? A woman? Or a kid? Okay. How do you know?
He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person's gait.
Understood. Anything else? Interesting. Let's someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer? No, it's not. Forget I said it. We are not looking for a drummer. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out their right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
He doesn't seem to hear you. Looking south.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent. A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to...
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before...
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed. They all stood in a row here and looked. Yes, everything fits so well. Carried him over, hoisted him up. The lieutenant's eyes narrow.
Either way. What else?
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils. The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth.
Строгачевского снарядил.
Too late. It's impossible to keep in. Your body curls and pushes it out until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid. The smell of Commodore
Нормально так.
rises from the pool.
Строгачевского.
Among it, distilled spirit and
Красный командор, блядь.
It's okay. Happens to everyone.
Да хватит уже, будь ты
Keep it.
смотри.
The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. If you can handle the
А ты
headache.
что там, блядь,
Some
записываешь?
officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor.
Ну, шашлык, да?
I can't handle the headache.
It's more likely he can handle the smell, unlike you.
There is Frit nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary.
Фрит,
They
да.
don't. There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the room in rags. If she works here, she might have something.
Pretty clever.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cock's gonna blow, Kuno!
Kuno's got this!
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly
Да,
kid,
интересно, ребенок в
then
трубке дает
this
вообще
is it.
ничего, не паникует,
He's
не боится,
almost
срать хотел.
exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
Образец уродства.
Ну, перестань!
Right in the dick, Kuno! Get him right in the dick!
Love it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Вадим,
The kid
перестань!
is obviously high.
Выйди отсюда. Так это уже несколько этапов будет.
Shits himself.
Подожди, Надя. Вадим, вышел отсюда!
Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
И нормально будет перемотать.
Собака играет, блядь, чтобы она лаяла. Ни хера не слышно.
Fuck
Ну
no!
да, мне
Kuno
слышно. А у вас
doesn't buy
далеко это
that
все
shit.
от дома?
Fucking entrapment.
Fast. This kid has got street smarts.
The fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno! He says
Пока
we're
разговариваю.
fucking each other!
We shouldn't do anything. You will see.
The language these kids are using, pure unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with those creatures.
Вот наготовишь, блин, хреново. Ну,
Alright,
хотя бы на второй день
entertain the
сидеть.
Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there?
The kid moves his hands like a basketball player dribbling fast.
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck do you want? Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed. Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
The lieutenant takes a quick note.
It's a trap, Kuno! Don't climb it, Kuno!
Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there.
Kit is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Erie-Uppergite descent. It used to be a common first name among the Erie-Uppergites
Язык
of Ilmarat,
сломаешь,
not
происхождение
so
читать.
much anymore.
Ильдемаратских ареопагитов, ёб твою мать.
Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
Yeah. What was she doing in the greenhouse in March anyway? What kind of... Yes, it seems suspicious. You don't like things being like that.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Yeah, like a fucking volcano.
You're lucky you didn't die there!
Oh, what? You'll fucking vomit on Kuno too, pig? Kuno's Kuno, pig?
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective.
Kuno doesn't do that smart shit. Don't throw that bullshit at Kuno. Trying to get...
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands... Help! Pig's got Kuno!
Help! He's got...
Everyone can hear. You need to get...
Идиоты вообще какие-то, дети странные, прям на натуре.
Help! He's...
Escalate, Kuno! His dick is out! You're afraid!
Андрей.
Pigs in here, Kuno! Somebody, please!
How did we get here? How did this happen?
Придурок, блядь.
This makes no sense. There may still be a way out.
Что, получилось,
Just
что ли?
appeal to his reason.
Не получилось. Убился нахрен. Ха-ха-ха-ха.
You didn't shut him down. Your fat...
Pig's trying not to cry. Kuno can't believe this. Pig, Kuno thought you had this. What happened? Kuno can't do anything now.
Fucked your shoulder, fucked your knee, fucked your fat body up.
Ай, господи.
No.
The creature behind it's a dry laugh, mirthless. She's not even actually enjoying this. She only wants to hurt you. Despair creeps into you.
Вломить ему надо.
Getting fat on your weakness. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
I don't dispute that you have been charged with protecting the people of a particularly challenging district. But poverty does not make one a loser. Poverty is just poverty.
Nothing you can say would make you feel any better.
Порешать ничего не может. О, от детектива к соцреализму, ёпта. РГМ, что такое РГМ, блядь? Юль. Юля!
Drinking and occasionally throwing excrement at passers-by, shouting, "I never loved that woman." When asked to comment, former colleagues objected to the theory that his psychological disintegration was precipitated by his wife leaving him. It's because the furrows lost that match, said Captain Ptolemy Price, once the man's superior officer. It's because he couldn't get a big gun from
Сателлит офицер, блядь. Жан Викмар.
Police work really burns you out after a while. Satellite officer Jean-Vic Mayer.
Ну просто заебался. И чё? Ага! Я чё, проиграл из-за этого? Ничего, гоните, что ли, блядь? Что за бред? Что за бред-то вообще?
А, что потом не нравится, да?
Я тебе как вломлю, блядь, сейчас. Ты обосрешься просто.
Мы его Андрей тогда тоже что-то годов.
Хера тебя, а тут что, есть F6?
Что-то надо...
О, заебись.
Ну не такой, не болгарский, там не такие, даже не нужна. И все, он взял в этом волосоке, аккуратненько открыл, что потом пришел, извините, нашли,
There are several footprints in left. What do you think you are? Detective? You're hungover. These are just dents in the mud. No pattern. Heavy worker's boots with reinforced toes and hobnail. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Noted.
Heavy worker's boots with reinforced toes and hobnails. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear? Heavy workers. Isn't this something an...
А что за прикол? Я же до этого мог посмотреть. Сейчас не могу посмотреть.
The corpse looks at you. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle.
Нина, это струганина, блядь.
Кстати, это переносную колонку. У нас у Вадима вот такая вот ручная колонка. Только знаешь, есть такие большие. Они дорогие.
Too late. It's impossible to keep in. Your body curls and pushes it out.
Да прям беда какая-то.
Поняла? Такая ручная. Ну как это? Такая колонка.
Until a pool of vomit light the smell of Commodore Red.
Keep it. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. There's a group.
Я все уже читал.
Love it in the dick. Fuck that. The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
You will see the language these kids are using. You will see language these.
Language
these. This is where you quickly ask.
Kuno's fucking. Kuno uses the fucking photographer.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
Kuno knows what you meant. Kuno's not a snitch, that's all. Trying to make Kuno sing into the popo phone. Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down. You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. I don't know. Some fucking Mesk or I don't know. Some other place.
There is no Night City anywhere.
Why you gotta be riding Kuno's ass? You haven't been where Kuno's been. You wanna know where Kuno was? Don't tell him that. It's not fucking lame. Kuno's building Kuno City, Night City, Raid City. That's the name of Kuno City, bitch. Get the fuck off Kuno's back. This shit ain't about that.
It's impossible to deduce what it is about.
Kuno's fucking.
He's trying to.
Kuno knows all kinds of shit. Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty Kuno.
You're
Get lost.
right, pig.
Да понятно, они
Kuno
сейчас
plays with his
планируют.
lit. Fuck does Kuno.
Да, сейчас все так, оно должно быть китайское,
Yeah,
я
what
вот
the
так
fuck
вот.
about
Даже
Kuno's?
пакет стиральный наш
Kuno
маг,
knows
у нас
all
вообще нет идет, это кремушки.
Бам-бам-бам-бам-бам-бам-бам-бам.
Да. Жили, еще когда ее я брала машинку, которая наша. Так она импортная. И вот она у нас здесь что-то сломалась, и Андрей вызывал, когда спрашивал, говорит, что лучше, типа, поменять, там, не помню, как.
Долбоячий, сука.
Или, ну там, знаешь, что такое несущественное, как бы, или новую брать. И нам этот мастер там сказал, говорит, у вас еще она идет импортная, и вам лучше, короче, ее
Иди сюда, жопу с глазами.
работать и работать, чем вот новую сейчас покупать. Во-первых, они сейчас более-менее, типа, стоят новую, если попутить китайскую, а брать производитель, там, 1050, короче. И всё. Так что, короче, выключается Дик попроси другой телефон. И вот, попроси дать. Так что сейчас со все, если что-то более-менее нормально, мы следующее. А так все знаешь, что.
Говнище, блядь. Говнище. Ух ты, блин.
У тебя беспроводные наушники?
Проводные. Так.
I'll die before I squeal. Murder was the case.
Еще шаболда старая.
I'll die before I squeal. What's this?
Get the fuck.
So it's a girl. Interesting.
Иди сюда, пацан. На керню тебя,
Fuck does
блядь.
Kuno care? Kuno's Kuno.
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly,
Yeah, Kuno's in a fucking gang. In a bang gang. Kuno bangs for Maggie, bangs for Mazda.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you. He's got help. Pig's got Kuno. Help!
Help!
everyone can hear. You need to get.
Yeah, get out of here before the Kuno be.
Yeah, that's right.
Мудак, а? Какой же ты мудак.
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from. He watches you melt down, nothing you can say.
И чё, опять проиграл?
Cop gives up the detective genre.
А как, блядь? Твою мать. Что такое, да? А? Я ничего не пойму, что с этими, блядь, дебилоидами делать-то?
There are several footprints.
Так, что там? Опа, блядь. Отдыхаем, хорошо. Ладно, надо этих придурков надо отвозить. Детей отмороженных.
You see a set of tire tracks in a brown slush. The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message. Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in and then accelerated straight into the fence. The driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before heading south. Must have been in a hurry.
I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martin.
You could follow the track south. There seems to be a canal.
You are correct. This is a rather motor carriage friendly.
Мотокареты. За мотокареты.
An old call box
Ее
with a
помочь.
matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't want to talk to you.
Это плохо.
Silence. No silence. You hear static from the intercom. You can almost hear them breathe.
Yeah, hello. This is Tracy Penny.
Алло.
She
Колбу
sounds
не дало.
almost antique. As wait, but what happened to Slipstream SCA?
My God,
The lieutenant exchanged.
it's you.
She must be mistaking you for something. Who cares that you don't remember?
Michelle, just please. Why did you even call? Ever since I came to
A spot of static over.
it's so
She sounds like she's about to cry. She doesn't answer. Silence. The only thing you can hear now. Another seagull passes by.
It must have been some kind of faulty wiring.
You press the number sign on the key and off key.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games.
Куно.
Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were. But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even.
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead. You ring the door. What an ominous name for it. All you hear is static, but no silence. No one's home at Fortress. You ring the doorbell, but no. Hold on. You wait for a minute or two, but silence. Silence. No one answers your call. This button looks new.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
This post lavatorie, a faint sticker on the side reads, RCM Emergencies Desk number 8102, with a slogan, Mankind, be vigilant.
Хороший ящичек, погладить ящичек. Нахуй пошел. Я ногу сломал, придурок. Нет?
There is a hollow, saddened ring. Your toe has suffered damage.
Cool.
Твою мать.
Really
He does not actually think it's cool. If
I don't. Let's go.
the mail collection box has no.
Ай, господи. Жопа какая. Так, чё?
Hello, sir. Step right in.
Алло, полбу не дало. Пухлые, раскрасневшиеся щеки. Это что с ним? Все у него с щеками. Или за щеками, не знаю, как правильно. Блядь, не все, собака с этой ебаной.
А может быть, надо было... План стоит, у них же тоже планы стоят.
I know, sir.
Да, у них планы стоят. Им дают планы, прям реально
Ай-ай,
поймать
блядь.
пьяных столько-то человек, поймать в неположенном месте столько-то человек. Им надо, допустим, поймать в неположенном месте. И все, поэтому он описывает.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book? Okay, sir. I'll try to answer. My name is Annette, sir.
My
mum,
name is what?
Her
My
name
name
is
is
Plaisance.
what?
She owns the store.
Смущение.
She's inside minding the register or organising the stock.
Плезанция, мама.
Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
Плезанция, невиновность.
I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. Thank you, sir. I'm happy to help Mum out with the store.
Не, ну у нас бывает иногда, можно на кого-то попасть.
Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private
Crime is a deviation from the law, punishable by either a civil or criminal sentencing. It's what the law prevents.
It's exciting to people, I guess. They get to imagine dangerous things, and it's kind of like a puzzle, where you can guess who the criminal is, or how the good guys are going to catch. You don't look much like a policeman. Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen. Head, yes.
No, you're not head, child. Heads.
No, he's wicked smart in the stories. Like you, sir, of course. He's just a fictional character. Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. Like in the books. My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name. Feel free to step in and oh, no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by... Every snowflake is like a little gift.
The girl keeps her hands folded.
What do you mean, sir?
She looks around anxiously. Her hand. The lieutenant stands by, looking. She brings out her reddened hands. Her nails frayed.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded? Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
Maybe so, sir. Okay, I know it's a bad habit, and I shouldn't. It was okay, sir.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
You're quite sober.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinch.
I sure hope you are, sir.
There she stands, swaying on her feet. There's something you're missing. You have absolutely no idea. Familiar? How? You must have...
Oh, kings and queens, and I think that's...
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
But it does make the famous people more famous. Okay, sir. It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad. Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir. It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich. Those are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost. These are not very common. You can't have a choice between well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't... That's really not a proper romance story. That's more... Not in romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end. Maybe some about other books?
Welcome to crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space. Sir, don't be ridiculous. I certainly will not give you money. I would be doing you a great... One has to earn one's success.
Certainly there are good things to be said about dependence.
Oh my, of course. What a man. I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture. Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Wonderful! Did you talk to her? Why not? Was she not friendly enough? Were you not compelled to talk to her? Oh yes, okay, that makes sense. It's working then. Yes. Do browse our book, sir. God. I've told her not to do that. It's such a disgusting habit. She'll get over it. Anxiety is a part of life. She can, if she has enough willpower.
Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
She stands stiff and severe. She's looking for one, but there simply aren't any.
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologize. She must be freezing out there. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress. Yes, my husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. Soon we'll both be off for... It's a proper place to live. One of the most peaceful neighbourhoods. Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowds. Better times ahead for sure. He made the initial investment. Since then he...
Super silent. Almost inaudibly so.
Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had...
A glimmer of sadness blinks through the well-crafted exterior.
We're quite busy people, you know, my husband and I. Quite busy. Children are a lot of work. I'm sorry. I'm sure you do understand.
The woman looks aloof. Her features...
Then why are you talking to me? Everything is on the...
She smiles and nods, seemingly. A small mountain of colourful board games.
Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist is a class. Braubritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. Don't be so hard on yourself, sir. You just need to clean up a bit. For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization.
I'm sorry, sir.
You just can't win. Out of the rain and into the gutter. Because you know each other. She's been talking to you so openly because you've talked before.
Yes, I used to stand out there all the time. You've been running around all week without your shirt on, sir. Telling people about being a star or something. I don't really understand who... Of course, you stopped by a few times. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you. Yeah, but you don't have party eyes any...
Party eyes? Yes, of course. That makes sense.
You know, like a cat in the dark. All big and wide-eyed.
The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict. That is what she meant. You were Good thing she didn't say party eyes loud. Her mother's nearby. Fuck yeah. You should get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on you, boy. Oh, baby, that's not what you have to worry about. Worry about the important thing.
I didn't know I had to do that. I guess we can change the subject, sir. I didn't mean to bring you down. Math. It's really difficult. Oh, I found something while you were... I thought this would fit you. Like, thanks for helping out. Not me. The city, I mean. Like a detective does. Just what Dick Mullen would ask. I got it from behind the curtains. I'm not really supposed to go there. Yes, just like the one Dick Mullen wears all the time. You'll look way more serious. Right, I have to get back to my homework now.
Yes?
The RCM in Martinez. We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all. Of course. What can I help you with? Sure, I'm done with it. Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache. Excuse me? Oh, well, I didn't write it there. I don't know anything about that.
Pig is a widely used term for members of...
No need to worry, we are not saying...
Okay, of course.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need...
Sure, keep them. I have another...
There he still is, looking right. The ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your ducts. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Nor does the wind right now. I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder. I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Then drive to the station. I think I've lost my sense of smell.
A white lie.
Not being hungover helps too. Okay, you've said it. You needed to say it. And you need to get your shit together. We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go. Active decay.
He's about to blow! Cops!
Active decay.
He's about to blow!
There, he's still in. The theme on that pinball machine is a stand clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king. It comes free with a six-pack of Vermilion Roy d'Or. The sentiment.
Can I help you? What theme? What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business. No, you don't. Fucker. Lay off the swear words. They don't make it. Besides, the RCM...
You do realize you can just go into the kitchen at 1300 hours. No need for superstar charm or Sambo. Sambo is an acronym for Samara.
Yes, not the whole damn union. They come here in the evening.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry.
There are these things called days.
What?
By the way, you should come back.
Another thing. Great. Yes. Absolutely.
Absolutely. In the question. First, your body is ready, sire.
God.
Oh, but he should be. Lay it on him.
Wonderful.
It is. It's wonderful.
What? What does that mean? Cock carousel. Does it mean you talk to her? What else?
What else do you need? The man leans his hands on the counter.
She broke the bird, you know. The great skewer. I found it on the ground. I should have known. It was her way of telling me to piss off.
Or you broke the bird. It can also be that. I think, yes, the bird is connected to this. It's a symbol of hope, and she broke it.
Huh. Cock carousel. I think I understand now. That's what they ride. They ride the cock carousel until the clock runs out. Here, have the rest. Now, let me have a drink and think about this shit for a minute.
And there we have it. Isn't that Well, hello. Light reflects off the green glass. Wow, the god. Fine. We're not worried. The door is still the lieutenant. The bed is cold and not particular. There they both are. Two identical like two baby crocodiles. It's pretty clear. Good. They're
Hello again, sweetie. I see you've met up with your colleague.
Lieutenant nods. Wait, who's Sweetie? Her eyes move up and down.
Why, you are, officer. You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that love can be cruel. You must forgive me. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our...
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew.
Yes, dear.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height, or a grenade explosion.
That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway. Yes, officer. You know where we are. Yes, but more specifically, yes, and how would I even... I haven't seen very many other cities. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes? That's right, dear. How splendid. Here.
Her relief...
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What raised... Oh, no. Nothing like that. Oh, dear. But we should stop for today, sweetie.
She's scared now.
You didn't do too well, dear. You really only...
A sigh.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And a defeat, I'm afraid. The people, it has something to... You didn't...
A sigh.
But maybe someone...
No.
Of course.
That's a good point.
Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager.
Try to fall...
Officer.
Sweetie, oh, no, yes, dear.
A paraplegic is...
Nope. Yes, dear.
A paraplegic...
No problem. Of course.
Volumetric ship compressor. Bizarre scientific news from... An old call box with a matrix. Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't want to talk to you. There he still is, looking right.
Ha ha ha. A guy.
Every time it happens, it gets worse and worse. There's nothing more to throw up now. All that's left is crying and convulsing dryly at the same time. The lieutenant is clear.
Officer, you just need to be stronger. Learn to keep it in long enough for us to work. There's nothing else to do.
Maybe it's okay if you don't make it today. The dead man isn't going.
Active decay. It's okay to...
He's about to blow!
This trash container is locked. The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of...
We could try using a pry bar, the one you took from my motor carriage, or we might want to ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rack.
Force time isn't happening.
The quality of metal is not the problem. From what I see, it's sturdy.
There's a creaking sound as the pry bar slips under the lid. You hang from it like a moron, huffing.
The quality of metal is not the problem. From what I see, it's sturdy enough. Let's ask the manager for the key. This is...
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Maybe more than 12. No. 8, 1. Standard work 2. Stand 3. 4. 5. Another 6. An aberrate you're not bad. 7. The glowing 8. And yet another.
How many? I was pretty off then. I counted 20.
This man.
I never got the hang of it. A woman? Or, okay.
He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person.
Understood. In 200?
He might be right. 200
from here.
It's bad.
He appears to be wearing some kind of armored boots. I can't see any exotic prints here. Someone had to carry him. Which ones? That's a tree. I think we're close to a conclusion here. Possibly, yes.
But why?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher. Even easier to carry on a stretcher, or between two. Interesting. Someone operating a workbench. A drummer only uses their right foot. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right. We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no? A week, maybe?
It is not.
I pulled last week.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperature.
What do I think? A mob then?
Indeed. Yes. The lieutenant.
Either way. What else?
There he still is, looking right. inconspicuous pile of the roofing material eaten. Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panel. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
Be still, might be. The lieutenant isn't. There's a good, vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean.
No, I'm just a regular detective, thank you very much. Of course, detective.
Yeah, swift.
See that ladder there?
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. When the wind ruffles the cloak, you can most definitely see a white rectangle on its back.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
No, no. That's still... Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
Fuck me? Please leave the radio.
Nothing you can say would make you feel any better now. An old call box with a matrix of push buttons. Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell, but nothing happens. Silence. No one answers the doorbell. Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. The worn and beaten wooden...
We can sit...
Life? I'll be with you in a moment. Life? I'll be with you in...
Have you no
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of...
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. No, you got this. There's the ball. You're the game. You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter, the cold metal ball is surprising. Already your muscle. A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, an embodiment of pure
Merde! Bordel de merde!
A whorehouse of shit. It wasn't whorehouse of shit. The shop.
What the hell is your problem? I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game. It's so goddamn disrespectful. You vandalized our game, son. We can't play pétanque with 5 bull. No, no you don't. Our pétanque game is ruined. We...
Take it easy, René.
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You owe us a goddamn bull. Good. Mistakes are forgiven when men at least try to right their wrong.
Yes. Why did you come here? It's unlikely they know anything about the murder.
Unfortunately, I don't. In Martinez, the union is cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics.
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a...
'Tis true, sire. He knows nothing. This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic. The metal feels cold.
Probably some kid.
A simple but clever, a thick, that's Kuno. Under the graffiti, you know this to be the star of Peric. Around the large... sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment. The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response. The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door. I'm not letting any more strangers inside. Doesn't matter who are.
From within comes the faint sound of a broom.
The police? No. Go check.
Backyard door.
Madame, I assure you, we are...
There is no reply. Just faint. The door rattles.
Stop banging on the door. The police? Everyone knows the police don't come. No. I already Go check the backyard door.
Backyard door.
The streets will not flow red with anything.
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want? And here I was trying to be polite. Can't you tell? I haven't really started it yet. Have you ever? We rarely. This. I thought I'd yeah?
Let's be real.
You heard your partner, Piggy. I ain't no snitch.
Actually,
We weren't What's your